Welcome to A Moment with Colin Mill. I am your humble host. You may know me as Mr. Hollywood. You may know me as the Mad Scientist. Some people even know me as Extra Money, but my mama and my father's mother named me Colin Mill. Guys, I know it's been a while since my last show. I apologize for that. I think the last show we did was in April. We've been so caught up with these productions lately, I shouldn't even use that as an excuse. I'm really learning to manage my time and budget everything and ration out how things are going to be coming out. But I apologize for how things have been going. I've been caught up with the new reality show, Flip the Hood. If you guys haven't been watching, check it out at facebook.com/flipthehood, as well as twitter.com/flipthehood1, or Instagram, Flip the Hood, or a hashtag anywhere and just look up Flip the Hood. It's a new reality show that we're producing about buying, renovating, and selling homes. Not just in the hood. The hood is really just short for neighborhood. But basically we were going everywhere. We were looking for places to buy, renovate, and sell. And some of them probably be rental properties and stuff like that. As in between the, me producing and stuff like that. Also, make sure you check out the website, colinmill.com, as well as, everywhere else on YouTube, Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, under Colin Mill or Colin Millville. I'm working on a couple other projects as we speak, but I don't want to go too much into it because, we're still in, various stages of development and production on certain things. Like Holiday Enterprise is in post-production right now. We'll be seeing that really, really soon. I still got to deal with a lot of things for that one. I have this Paranormal Activity parody called Unproductive Activity. We have a couple of web series that I'm re-editing. I shot this stuff years ago and never really released it, so I'm now re-editing it and repackaging it. One is called Not Safe for Work. It's exactly what it sounds, actually. Not Safe for Work. What do you think is going to go down for that? It's one of those shows you see on HBO late nights, like Real Sex or something like that. We have this documentary about the last 8 years of production of the last things that have been going on and being consistent with it, which is pretty much what this podcast is about today, being consistent. I got this re-editing the reality show, Reality Filmmaking. If you haven't seen it before, you can check it out right now on youtube.com/TPMGMNT, and that's where you can see the original David Accra show, Reality Filmmaking, which is the prequel to Flip the Hood. But I'm re-editing it for my network, Colin Mill Network, the app and website, really soon. But I'm re-editing it as we speak. But you can see the original episodes right there, right now. Also got a talk show coming out soon based off the podcast, Quarter to New York. We have 3 or 4 episodes shot. So we have I had to put that together, and as well as a Hall of Fame reality show, Hall of Fame Music Store / Studio, which is over at the infamous J Master J Studio, which was the studio that used to belong to J Master J and Run DMC. But we had shot a couple of episodes. I think we have 6 episodes of pretty much the day-to-day, workings of a music store / studio here. I have another music-based show about the music-making process, and we just go from one studio to another, talking to different artists and other producers and engineers, and learning about the music industry and stuff like that. But all of those are going to be released soon. I know I've said things in the past, and things are coming out soon, and it takes a while. But I'm working towards all these things because it takes time. I gotta deal with a lot of the editing, a lot of the visual effects, the motion graphics, the music. I gotta deal with release forms. I gotta deal with copyrights, the trademarks, and then we gotta deal with the distribution and the marketing. There's a lot to deal with. And we're a very small crew. There's not a lot of us in here, but I guarantee you, all of this stuff will be here soon. You can check it all here at colinmill.com. I'm working on the blog. There'll be a new blog every week, every day actually. Sundays are gonna be my devotionals. I've got daily devotionals. Sundays will be my personal ones. Monday will be business. Tuesdays will be entertainment related, whether it be filmmaking, tutorials, reviews, etc. Wednesdays will be current events, politics, histories, black consciousness. Thursday will be food, health, and exercise. Friday will be faith and spirituality. Saturday will be sex, dating, relationships. And of course we gotta continue the podcast. Right now, there's only 3 podcasts going on under colinmill.com, which is Quarter to New York, The Cipher, and The Moment with Colin Mill, like you're listening to right now. And I'm working on those things right now, so please be patient. I promise you guys it'll be worth the wait to watch all of those things. But let's get back to today's subject, which is being consistent, which is pretty much why you see me. I'm trying to stay consistent with all the things I'm doing, because even with those 8 shows and 2 movies that I'm re-releasing and a documentary, I still have to produce some new stuff. And I have 5 scripts already written out. I have Escape, I have Game Over. I have Friday Night. I have Dilemma, and Baby Mama Drama, and Broken Vibes. But either or, they're doing the budgets right now. It's going to be a while, so I'm writing some other stuff to produce first before we could get to those next budgets. I mean, Escape was only $1,200, but like I said, all these things takes time, and takes a whole lot of effort, and I'm still learning how to manage everything. 24 years old, guys, but that's still no excuse. There's guys who do a lot more than I'm doing right now. Have you seen these guys in Africa? They're producing like 10 movies a week out there. I'm so serious. Okay, maybe not 10 movies a week. It's really a movie a week, but still, a movie a week is still a lot faster than how I'm pushing these stuff out lately. You know why? Because they're consistent, and they're very consistent, and consistency is key to anything in life, whether it's relationships, business, friends, family. Consistency is key. Now the thing is, you have to see what are you being consistent with. Are you being consistent with good things, or are you being consistent with bad things? That's the one thing you gotta look at, because if you're being consistent with bad things, sooner or later somebody's gonna cut you off like a cancer. They're like, you're not good, you're consistently doing these bad things. And, or if you're not consistent doing things that you used to do. If you was in a relationship and you used to do certain things that you don't do anymore, your partner sooner or later is going to feel a certain way, but like, yo, you don't do the things that you used to do, and I'm going to look for somebody else to do the things that you used to do. If you get a job and you started off great, you showed up on time every day, you dressed right, you talked right, you did everything you're supposed to do, then suddenly you start changing your attitude about certain things. You start showing up late. You start don't care about how you dress. You start not caring how you speak to anybody, and that's not being consistent to how you came into the game, and then most likely they're going to get rid of you because you're not being consistent towards the attitude that you came with. So that's the whole thing. You got to be really, really focused on being consistent on things. I'm on YouTube, so on YouTube, if you're not being consistent, you're not going to get any subscribers, because people want to see, YouTube is your own channel. Just like how my network I'm building right now, it's our own channel, and people will want to be able to come back and see new things. Now, if they see that you haven't posted a video in a year, and your last video wasn't that good, then most likely they're not going to sit there and watch your video. But if you got a great video, then maybe they'll sit there and wait a whole year for your next video. Only if you're consistent, and they know in a year or so your next video is going to come out or something. Now, if you're just doing it, hey, whenever I'm going to put a video out, when I'm going to put a video out, that's not really being consistent. You're not going to build a following like that because you're not consistent with your work. They got nothing to fall back on. Being consistent is being reliable. The more consistent you are, the more reliable you are. So if people can rely on you, then they're going to come back towards you because you're reliable. Whether it's in entertainment, whether it's in, personal things. People want to be able to rely on you. People want to be able to know, like, this is the person I'm going to go to for this. Only if you're consistent with being that person. Now, if you're not being consistent to being that person, they're going to look for somebody else who can provide that and can be consistent with that. It's like everything in life is, I guess, consistency, To maintain your lifestyle, you have to consistently make money. You're going to have to consistently pay your bills. You're going to consistently have to take care of these life expenses. You're consistently going to have to go to the store and get food to eat, or grow the food yourself, or, go to the farmer's market and get it from them. That you're going to have to consistently do those things, I remember when I first started working, and it was a minute because I was really sheltered growing up, so I didn't really have to get a real job until I was way older than most people. I must have been somewhere in my 18, 19, 20, and I started working in an actual corporate job or something. And I remembered that's when I learned money is nothing but a tool to maintain a lifestyle, and if I wasn't consistently making money, there was no way I would be able to maintain the lifestyle that I have, And all those expenses, they come back. Some of them are on a monthly thing. So every month you're going to have to take care of your expenses, your phone bill, your cable, your internet, And then I still had money left over. I'm like, all right, bet this is the money I'm going to do this with. But I still had transportation to deal with and all this other stuff. And then if I wanted to buy clothes, I'm going to have to keep buying clothes, because after a while, you're going to be wearing the same thing over and over and over again. So you have to be consistently doing all of these things. So everything in life is being consistent, no matter what it is. Now, originally, I started off talking consistent as in the producer, or if you're an actor, act. You're a writer, write. You're a singer, sing. You're a rapper, rap. But whatever you do, just be consistent with it, so people can rely on you for that thing. That's the whole thing about being consistent. If people can rely on you, then why are we going to you for? You know what I mean? So, I don't know. The whole thing is, in life, you're gonna have good habits, you're gonna have bad habits. The more you do them, the more you're practicing it. And just the other day, I read this thing from Warren Buffett, and he was like, practice doesn't make perfect, it makes permanent. So whatever you're doing on a daily basis, you're making permanent. If you're saying, I got to go out every night, sooner or later in your subconscious, you're going to be telling yourself subconsciously, you need to go out, because that's what you've been practicing the whole time. Everything you do is a practice. If you do it on a consistently level, you're practicing in it. Whether it's a good thing or bad thing. So you're cheating, guess what? You're practicing how to cheat. So you're going to be able to keep cheating because you were so consistent with it before, it's now permanent. You don't know how to turn it off. If doing something, with your hands or something like that. How, like these guys who I be watching building, the kitchen and stuff like that. They were doing that on a consistent level. They've been doing that all their lives, to the point where it's nothing for them to build a couple of cabinets in a few minutes and stuff like that. Where me, I really wasn't so consistent with, building anything other than movies and stuff like that. So they passed me those hammers and stuff like that. I'm literally still learning from square one, because even though I've done it a few times growing up, I didn't sit there on a consistent basis, kept doing it. So it's almost alien to me, because I wasn't on a consistent basis with that. So, in life, guys, be consistent, because that's how people can rely on you. The more consistent you are, the more reliable you are. Whether it's in business, family, friends, art, entertainment, people want to be able to know that you do what you do, and they can come back and still and get more. That's the only reason why people like going to see these Marvel movies lately, because they're consistent. Not just consistent with, making a movie and putting it out every year, but they're consistent with a storyline, with a universe, They're like McDonald's. Promise you, the last burger is going to be just like the next burger. No matter if you're here in New York or you're somewhere in, like, Tokyo. The burger is going to taste the exact same way, because it's consistency. And people can trust consistency, So, whatever you do in life, be consistent with it. With good behaviors, not bad behavior. You're going to have a bad behavior, and people are going to cut you off like a cancer, If you're consistently nagging, people are just going to all right, I'm not going to talk to this person, because they're just going to nag. That's all they ever do, is just nag. So, but if somebody's like, this person is encouraging, this person is always encouraging me. Every time there's a problem, they're not just making excuses and telling me I can't do it. And they do tell me I can't do it, at least give me a solution on how I can do it. Then that's the person you want to be around. Then consistently be that person. Be the person that's uplifting, supportive, But if you're going to be the opposite, people are going to cut you off, because consistently you bring down the vibe. You're just a horrible person, and you consistently show it that you're a horrible person. And then most likely they're going to cut you off like a cancer, because it's like, oh my God, this person is so consistently wrong. But if you're consistently on the good side, and you're always trying to help things or trying to move things forward on a consistent level, then of course, nobody's going to want to get rid of you. People are going to want you around, because you're consistently been that person, and you've always been supportive. You've always been there to back them up. So, I just want to end it off with saying, guys, you got to be consistent, because if you don't, life will move forward without you, and you can still say, hey, I'm this and that. But people are like, well, the last time you did that was this year or that year. You haven't done that in forever. You got to be consistent, Like I don't have too much people following me on social media. I got 13,000 people following me on social media, 400 couple people following me on Twitter, 200 plus friends on Facebook, 370 YouTube subscribers. Even though I got 1 million views, 1,400,000, 286 views to be exact. But still, 319 Instagram followers, and I got 2 followers on Vine, because I just started Vine. But I don't think most of those people were following me if I wasn't consistent with, either with my tweets, my posts, my videos. I give them a reason to look, and now they want to keep seeing what I'm going to do next, because I've been consistent with what I've done. Now, if I only had one picture up there on Instagram or one video on YouTube, on nothing on my website, you think people are gonna come back and see what else I've done? No. But because I'm consistent, they're curious. So guys, be consistent. People will look and focus on you because they know you're reliable and you're the guy to go to because you're consistent with what you do and what you say. So guys, till next time, you can follow me, Colin Mill at Twitter, Colin Millville at Facebook, Colin Mill on YouTube, Instagram, Colin Mill, Tumblr, Colin Mill, Vine, Colin Mill, or hashtag Colin Mill anywhere else. And of course, check out Flip the Hood, the new series coming soon. Right now, check it out on Facebook.com/FlipTheHood, as well as Instagram Flip the Hood, as well as Twitter Flip the Hood 1. All the other shows I've been telling you guys about, they will be coming out really, really soon. Hopefully by this fall, I'll be able to release most of this stuff, because I want to be able to start producing the new materials, the new shows, the new movies, and all this stuff is kind of, again, old. As the more days go by, the older it gets. So I promise you guys I'm staying consistent. That's the reason why I did this podcast, because I did not want you guys to think I'm not being consistent. So I promise you guys, new things coming soon. Much love. God bless. I appreciate you guys listening. Couldn't do this without you guys. And remember, guys, be consistent in all that you do.